a couple things that sort of stood out to me that's thinking about, they've shifted to AI, right? And the impact of AI across the development lifecycle, if you want to think of it as their current theme for this report is AI as an amplifier, not as a lever. And I think by that, they mean it magnifies the strengths of, high performing teams, engineering organizations, but it also magnifies the dysfunctions of the struggling ones. It's like bringing a microscope or a lens to a situation and saying, well, you're going to really see the things that really excel because they have a system in place, they have a process, they're already a high functioning organization versus the chaos that could happen of, let me throw this unlimited tool that does unlimited things that costs unlimited money.
Let's see what happens.
So, I mean, that's the generalized takeaway. What's your take on DORA?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the thing that stuck out the most was the J curve. That's been around for a while. This is not new, but I thought it was nice that they honored that as a practice itself that you should anticipate and prepare for and fund as such. And what we're talking about is whenever you integrate any foundational or transformational technology in the enterprise, you should be prepared for productivity to tank before it does and here's the J, does a hockey stick, run up the charts for, giving you whatever gains you're looking for, whether that's
sort
time
of
to
that
market,
trough of disillusionment that we see in other charts, right?
Yes, but the disillusionment is actually, and I think they're rightfully calling it out as such, is education. It's doing a couple of things. One is learning how to use the tools. The other is learning how to implement the tools, so the operationalization of the tools. And the other is the institutional knowledge of how those integrate into the company itself. Because as we've talked about, with scientific revolutions requiring 60 years to take over, it's because it is the same. And we see it, right, Mitch? We see it, there are different, we have a lot of different humans on this planet, which is why it's such a great place. But at the same time, sometimes when you're trying to introduce a fundamental change, you can create a lot of friction for people. And companies really need to prepare for that. And I know we talk about it. We've talked about it since 2019 of, oh my goodness, look how transformational this idea of the transformer model is. Get what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't really, I think, accounted for it. We simply sort of say, oh, well, that's just going to be, during the POC, we'll be figuring this out and then we'll operationalize and deploy and we'll be good to go.